today. From Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's the AFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports. We'll see Mason Rudolph and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA at Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And leading them out at quarterback in his fourth year now from Oklahoma State, Mason Rudolph.
And what a tall order for a quarterback like him. And what I mean by that is, it's one thing to come into the playoffs with 16 starts under your belt and you've played every game and had a rhythm. It's quite another when you've played as few as he has so far this season. So he's got to come in here thinking, I'm here to win this game, and transmit that message to his teammates so they have confidence as well. If he exudes the air that, hey, I'm just here trying not to lose it, this team's going to be in trouble.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat. I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And the catch made by Johnson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Larry Fitzgerald, 32 yards. And the Steelers will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Steeler touchdown. And we'll see if that pick-6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side. It deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there.
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Always always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team, but he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who've made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 30. And that's the obvious risk you run with a long field goal, lower trajectory, greater chance of having it blocked like it was.
And a lot more pressure on your protection team because, as you noted, longer field goal, it's going to come out a little bit lower. So that means you got to get those hands down and out of the lanes. That didn't happen.
And a great job picking it up and giving them great field position. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point now by Boswell. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. They got the ball in great field position. One play left. End zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Rudolph. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kalen Ballage, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. The first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it is 28-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield swings this out for Hunt. And he's got this down to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd down, Felton again.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Rudolph looking to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
They run it again with Janovich, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So that'll back them up 5. The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Daryl Hodge has it complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. A first down throw from Mayfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. Rudolph looking to throw it. Able to hit his target, Claypool. Not much there, only a yard. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. With Harris out of the shotgun, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's taken to the 26. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
We can't have that.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mayfield to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Second and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, it's complete. Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Mayfield now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. He shakes it off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. So we're in halftime of this. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Chris Wormley. credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Mayfield looks to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. From the 45 on second down, Mayfield.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
He was trying to get it to Kadero Hodge, and it's 3rd and 5. Now Mayfield.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Boswell good with the extra point. They open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Peoples-Jones returning. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the pick 6, and decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Throwing, Mayfield.
That is caught left side by Bryant.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mayfield.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and short, this is Janovich. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Complete to Bryant. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here.
Throw right side taken in by the tight end Bryant.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Tyson Alualu gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone, We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Rudolph. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Rudolph.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They run it with Balaj. And brought... Down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd down and goal. Rudolph. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified. Called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They'll run here with Balaj. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Balaj. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. And Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. Watch the safety creep.
first throw for the backup Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McCoy. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
On play action, Haskins. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. From the gun, it's Haskins. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And not much on this one.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to settle them up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Myles Garrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Haskins not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for this.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
4th down. Here's Haskins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Tyson Alualu picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
One last shot for Mayfield here. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. The Steelers going to survive and advance as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.